here we are on the way to another race. I drive home after every race. Most people just go, you know, from Rockingham, they'll go to Alabama. From Alabama, they go to Texas. Most people just travel race to race when they're back to back. I don't do that. I have a 15-year-old and an 18-year-old at home, and they go to school. They're great kids. They don't need to be alone for 4 or 5 weeks at a time. So we got a late start. Not a big deal. We're gonna drive as far as we can tonight. 12:30 in the morning. Just rolled into Arkansas, 3 hours into our trip, this god-awful noise, and ended up blowing a drive tire on the toter. Well, when you blow a drive tire, you know, even at 75 miles an hour, it tore the brace off for the side skirt. It ripped the airbag. So even as fast as we got it stopped, it did damage. So we can get a tire tonight, but we can't get an airbag until like 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. So I limped the thing up the highway about 6 miles on the shoulder, and we are going to wait here until Love's Truck Center brings us a tire. And look, man, I'm telling you, you can't make this shit up. So I'm trying to help the guy out. I unhooked the t-shirt trailer, our 34-foot apparel trailer that we haul from race to race. I unhook it, pull the toter home forward, raise it up on the jack so it's just easier for the guy to change the tire, change the airbag. And when I do that, the hitch falls off my t-shirt trailer. There's 2 bolts that hold the hitch onto the tongue, onto the frame, and both bolts were broke. I would have never known this until the safety chains would have drug it down the highway, but since we had a flat and I unhooked it, we found out the bolts were broke. So now we are going to fix the hitch while the guy puts an airbag and a tire on it. So like I said, being on TV is super easy, I'm telling you, trust me. One of the trailer tires has got a bolt in it the size of a corn dog. So we put a spare on the trailer, hitch is tight. Now we're ready to go. Here it is, 14 to 15 hours since we had the blowout. So here we are, we're in Arkansas. We're still a long ways away, and Alabama, here we come.
Although I like that.
All right, so we made it to Alabama. First up, I'm gonna grudge race Nova. Look, he had a catastrophic failure at the last race, so he's gonna make a half a pass, pull the chutes, check over the data, and then make a full pass the second one. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a full pass. This Alabama track looks amazing. So we're gonna go make a pass on this thing and just see how fast we can go. So check this out. Do y'all remember about me saying you just can't make shit up? Hey, they fall apart. It might have shook the tires.
Unhook that thing, Chuck.
Just put it in the trunk. Well, I turned it down. I knew that power. I took like, you've been running on 7 cylinders. I go up to make a pass against Murder Nova, and I go do a burnout. No big deal, do a burnout. I'm backing up. You know, normally your guy goes out in front of you and lines you up, backs you up. Yeah, my guy's not there. Don't know where he's at. I'm glad I got 8 cylinders for this radial track though. Anyway, I back up and I'm sitting there, and normally, you know, somebody will come and hold me, you know, hold me there while they're adjusting wheelie bars and stuff, and nobody really did that. I look over at Courtney, she's taking pictures, and I look over at her and I'm like, are they adjusting the wheelie bars, you know, doing sign language? And she's like, nope. And I'm like, hell yes. So I grab my seatbelts, little extra tug. I'll pull up to the line, light the first bulb. Sean lights his first bulb. We both spool up, go in, boom. I let go of the button, and this thing, man, it's up on the back tires. Tire shakes. It's got way too much power in it. Obviously, Rockingham. Now the car is on 8 cylinders. Put it in second gear, jump back in it, and the thing just, it's at the moon. Like, I'm staring up at the stars, and I'm like, oh my God, I just broke the wheelie bars. So it's the thing just riding a wheelie, and I'm like, okay, I mean, this is just an aborted pass, but I got a little bit of data. It's obviously too hot, so I let off. Anyway, I go to open the door, and the door falls off on the ground. Like, you can't make this shit up. The door just falls off. It's just laying on the ground. Sean's dying laughing. Sean's like, man, dude, what would we do without you? No Prep Kings would be boring. I go back and look at the wheelie bars. Both jam nuts are loose. The wheelie bars are in the travel location. So like when you load it in the trailer, you know, whatever, you know, so they're up 4 or 5 extra inches, put it on the Pro Jacks, you got to put it in the travel locations. They're not even in the right holes. That's why this thing did a wheelie when looking at the moon. But my seatbelts are tight. Needless to say, it's a boarded pass. I'm frustrated, but look, all I can do is laugh. The only thing we did right was go across scales, and it was like 10 pounds heavy. So we did get that right. So we're gonna make a pass, and we're gonna race my old buddy Reaper. Just switched to twin turbos. His car's about 2,600 pounds, 300 pounds lighter than me. So I'm gonna show him what a 2,900 pound 481X Proline motor will do against that 2,600 pound cast motor. It's probably one of the best passes I've made all year, and the thing is finally on 8 cylinders, and I think we finally have a hot rod. So check this out. So I pull up to the line, light the first bulb. Reaper lights his first bulb. So normally what you do is, you know, you put on the trans brake and you start spooling and you bump in. Well, my bump box is on my shifter, right? Okay, cool. I grab the shifter, gonna bump in. I'm not even spooled up, not even on the trans brake yet. Neither is Reaper. We're both just got a light lit. And my button's gone. So I'm looking around, can't find the damn button. It's just not there. I swear it was there the last pass, but it ain't there this pass. Anyway, I open the door and I'm yelling at the guys, hey, hey, and they're all freaking out because the lights turned on. It's a grudge race for whatever reason. Reaper ain't on the two-step, I'm not on the two-step. So anyway, they find the button, the screw had fell out of the shifter and it's laying in the floor over there. And I said, just hand it to me. I can drive this up, just give it to me. So he hands me the button. I make sure the shifter's in first gear and I just hold the button. So I'm like, all right, I'm ready. Shut the doors, make sure the CO2's on. So boom, I start spooling, bump in, let go of the button, and I mean, this thing it's fast. The only mistake I made in driving the car is my steering wheel is a little bit off. That's another story, but anyway, the steering wheel is a little bit off. Well, with all that confusion and grabbing the button, I left with the steering wheel straight. The steering wheel should be right here. So I, as a driver, fucked up and I drove it, I aimed it towards the wall a little bit. So at about 300 foot, man, I'm over there, I'm heading right for the wall, you know? And so I still got this damn button in my hand for whatever reason while I'm holding it. And so I steer it back in the lane, thing kind of goes sideways a little bit, but it's good. The car is stupid fast. Reaper's nowhere in sight. And I'm like, oh shit, parachutes. So I throw the button over in the passenger seat, grab the chutes. Man, this thing made a killer pass. We go back, look at the data. Lewis Fuel Tech's like, he looks at Dave and says, what's wrong with that guy? And he goes, oh, that's Chuck. He goes, he should have aborted. He goes, I turned his car up and he's gonna crash it. And he goes, nah. He goes, Chuck's on a slick. He's gonna drive that thing like it's on small tires. Anyway, go back, look at the data. I didn't make a full pass, but the car was stupid fast. I clicked it off at 379. It probably wasn't right at the finish line. I'm not gonna sit here and say I was running 370s because I'm not that guy. I'll tell you, I'm going 450s before I'll go 370s. Anyway, clicked it off at 379. Car was stupid fast. Data looks amazing. And so, man, all we got to do is screw the bump button back to the shifter and let Louise look at the tune-up again. He'll probably correct a few things. And tomorrow, somebody is in fucking trouble.
I don't have anything to do. I can be here. I can help you out. And you can hang around. Yeah, for sure. Spark plug is the ultimate sensor on an engine like that. So he is subjected to all the temperature and stuff when the motor is making power. So it doesn't matter what other sensors you have. Like you have temperature sensor on exhaust, you have lambda sensor, O2 sensors on exhaust. They still don't tell the truth. This guy tells the absolute truth. And you can see how much you're pushing the motor or not using the motor properly, right? So you can see heat pretty much. And then you can have an idea, do I have too much fuel? Not enough. Too much timing? Not enough. You know, this tells you how you're treating the motor. And plus, individually, right? Such a large amount of power makes the motor not work even. So it's not like a street car where every cylinder makes 20, 30, 50 horses. Each cylinder is making 800, 700, 500. There's a large sum of power per spark plug. So this tells you like, okay, we're doing right, wrong, and then you can do that per hole.
Okay.
All right, should be good.
You can handle it, and I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
We go up to the driver's meeting. I'm ready to race anybody. I really want to race Kai, kind of want to race Swanstrom, but I drove all the way to Alabama and I drew Daddy Dave. Fuck.
then we'll go down there and fuck gravel pile down there and play with rocks and shit.
That's what I told him. I said, "This is bad."
I'm not even gonna pull the chutes till I hit the fucking trees. Hey, it's just gonna be just like sex. I'm not pulling out or lifting.
This will probably last a little longer than this.
This is gonna be about 3.8 seconds.
Which is about 2 seconds longer than
Yes,
yours.
100%. Fuck! All I know, Dave's a bad motherfucker and much shit. That's what I hate. My car be fast, one fast, next fast, we fuck up. We're done. We're the dumbest fuck, man. Fucking over it, dude.
I love you, Chuck.
I don't fucking love me right now.
I love you.
All right, so Chuck versus Daddy Dave didn't go down as it was planned. Felt like we had a great tune-up. Last night the bump button fell off the shifter. I just grabbed it, held it in my hand, made a pass, threw it over the passenger seat, grabbed the chute. Anyway, we put it back on the shifter. Didn't think we needed to check it, but I pulled it to the first bulb, went to bump it in, and it didn't bump. And so you only got 7 seconds to get into the second beam. I had to let off the gas, roll into the second beam, get back on the gas. Car wasn't on full boost. It bogged a little bit off the line, and look, you can't give Daddy Dave an inch. You know, he's gonna fuck you up and send you home. So Daddy Dave moves on to the second round, and I am the first loser. And so I'm gonna sit over here and pout and cry a little bit and bitch and moan and piss and probably break some shit.
Somebody got something I can tear up? Goddamn shit. Hey, shit, look.
And look, all we can do is go to Texas, go to the finals, and figure out if we can make this piece of shit go fast, or I'm getting a divorce right after Texas. See y'all there.